Ted Bundy is a name that evokes fear and fascination in equal measure. His story is one of contradictions. A man who seemed charismatic, intelligent, and even kind, but who was hiding a darkness that left a trail of terror across the United States. Bundy's crimes shattered the illusion that monsters are easy to spot. In fact, his greatest weapon wasn't violence, it was charm. Bundy's early life appeared unremarkable. Born in 1946 in Burlington, Vermont, he grew up believing his grandparents were his parents and that his biological mother was his sister. This unsettling truth, which he discovered later in life, likely contributed to the fractures in his psyche as he grew older. Bundy seemed to excel. He was handsome, well-educated, and politically ambitious. Most people who met him described him as friendly and likable, traits he used to mask his sinister intentions. Between 1974 and 1978, Bundy committed a series of brutal attacks and murders, targeting young women across multiple states, including Washington, Utah, Colorado, and Florida. What made him so terrifying wasn't just the number of victims, estimated to be over 30, but how he lured them. Bundy often pretended to be injured, wearing a cast or using crutches to gain the sympathy of unsuspecting women. He would ask for help loading something into his car, and once they were close enough, he would strike. Bundy's methods were chillingly calculated. He was meticulous in selecting his victims, often choosing those who resembled a woman from his past who had rejected him. He was a master manipulator, able to adapt his personality to disarm his victims and evade suspicion. What's even more horrifying is how he maintained a facade of normalcy, even having long-term relationships and studying law while carrying out his crimes. The true scope of Bundy's crimes became apparent after his arrest in 1975. His charm persisted even in custody, where he managed to escape not once but twice, both times continuing his spree of terror. His most infamous act was the attack at Florida State University's Chi Omega sorority house in 1978, where he killed 2 women and severely injured others in a single night. Bundy's trial was one of the first to be nationally televised, turning him into a morbid celebrity. In court, he defended himself, using his charisma to manipulate the media and even the jury. Despite overwhelming evidence, he remained composed and even arrogant, convincing many that he was incapable of such atrocities. But the facade couldn't last forever. Bundy was convicted and sentenced to death in 1979. Before his execution in 1989, Bundy confessed to killing over 30 women, though many believe the actual number is much higher. His case remains a chilling reminder of how appearances can be deceiving. Bundy didn't look like the stereotypical monster. He used his charm and intelligence to exploit trust, proving that evil doesn't always wear a mask of menace. Ted Bundy's story is as horrifying as it is instructive. It reminds us to question our assumptions about people and to remain vigilant even when someone seems trustworthy. If this story gripped you, share it with someone who needs to hear about the dangers of blind trust. And if you're watching on YouTube, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We'll continue exploring the minds of history's most infamous criminals, bringing you stories that will keep you on edge and leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about human nature.